Hello guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2023. Welcome back to the series with me, your host KJMFM. And welcome back to 2/3 of the way through the season in nation number 25 of 33 on our epic quest to win the top flight division in each of the European nations in the game. Currently in Scotland as the manager of Motherwell, and I want to start on this screen here. We have qualified quite comfortably for the round of 16 of the Europa Conference League. We did very, very well, but the reason I want to start on this screen is the number of my former clubs that are in here. We've got Dinamo Kiev finished top of the group. We finished in 3rd place. Vojvodina just below us. Leiknir finished 11th. They've gone to the knockout round as well. There's also a Voluntari who've made it to the knockout round as well. So our legacy continues with these clubs as far as Europe is concerned. In terms of how things are going at Motherwell, we've made a couple more signings just recently, in fact, in the winter transfer window, and we're going to have a quick look at them now. We've brought in Gabriel Santos on a free transfer. He is the new goalkeeper at the club, a 24-year-old Brazilian. If we compare him to Liam Duncan, he's just a vast improvement. I didn't think it was maybe quite possible for Motherwell, but because Liam Duncan is such a good goalkeeper, but Santos is better shot stopper physically, speed, distribution aerially, a little bit more eccentric than I would have liked as well, and he's on a par with communication and his mentals. So pleased to see Gabriel Santos here. He is currently injured though. So we're not going to get him to play in the first game today. The next one in was Ludmil Peshinov, who is a 28-year-old Bulgarian, naturally a midfielder. We are training him, of course, to be a segundo volante, which if we have a look at his attributes in that position, you can see he's very, very good. Doesn't have a single attribute below a yellow. I think my threshold for below yellow is 5 that I've got set up. Made one appearance so far in the Cup, a 7.5. It was against a non-league side though, so not really too much to judge from there. But he is, he looks quite decent, and once he's accomplished in this role, I'm sure he'll be absolutely fantastic for us. In terms of how the season has gone, you were here for the 2-0 win over Aberdeen. Of course, that disappointing 1-1 draw against Dundee as well. We did then take on PSV in the Conference League. It was a nice 1-0 win. It was Hibs in the league, 3-1 in this one. Babatunde, McLaughlin and Harold Diaz with the goals. 2 goals in the same minute in this game. Diaz and Ashby for Hibs dominated the game, absolutely dominated the game, and it was a very, very good performance. We followed that up against FC Honka, 3-1 in the Conference League. Very, very good. A narrow 1-0 victory over Morton in the league. Babatunde scored from the penalty spot. Silgado, you can see, he's picked up an injury again. He's actually been injured 3 times now this season so far. And I kind of decided to try and sell him because he's got decent value, but nobody wanted him. So he's back now. He's back in the squad. He's gone a couple of games without an injury, so we'll see how things go. Celtic came to Fir Park and they got a 1-1 draw. It was we had to rescue it though. Sergio scored in the 15th minute for Celtic before Harry Gillespie from the bench got the 91st minute equaliser. A very even game in terms of match stats, but you can see that Celtic did have the slightly better XG, but it was still good to pick up that point against Celtic. Unfortunately, we dropped points in the next game as well against Hearts. Diaz with the goal in the 65th minute in response to Deshaun Williams for Hearts at the end of the first half there. Again, another game which we probably should have won. Next up was Zurich in the Conference League, former rival of ours as the manager of Grasshoppers, and we dispatched them quite comfortably with a 3-0 win. And we've had another 3-0 win after that with an away trip to Dundee and Tannadice Park. Uche Kalshaw and Harold Diaz on the score sheet. A very good performance yet again. And then Sarajevo in our final game in the league phase of the Conference League, a 4-0 win in that one. And then we dropped points again, very disappointingly, a 0-0 with Wraith Rovers in a game which we dominated right from the off. Liam Duncan's actually picked up the man of the match despite Wraith only having 1 shot on target. I don't quite understand how that works, but we just didn't offer it going forward really. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Thankfully, we've been on a winning streak ever since then. It was Partick Thistle first up, 2-0. Sunday Babatunde and Harold Diaz with the goals. Another good performance. 2-0 against Rangers as well, who were miles off the pace this season, by the way. Rangers, the defending champions. It was Lukman Uche with both the goals in this one. And another good performance. I don't quite understand what's happened to Rangers this season after winning the championship last season. 1-0 against St Mirren was good. Harold Diaz with the only goal of the game. St Mirren probably had maybe the better opportunities, really. Liam Duncan picking up the man of the match award again. 2-1 against Dundee in the Premiership. It took a 93rd minute winner though from Jose Manuel Malin. Came off the bench for Diaz in this one. Gillies got the other goal. Jamie Inns with the goal on the hour mark for Dundee. Again, closer than I would have liked it, but we did pick up the win. Diaz didn't really perform in this one. I was a little bit disappointed with him. Hibs, next up, 2-0 in the league. Cal Shaw and Harold Diaz were the only goals of the game. Agnew was sent off in the 8th minute, which obviously massively helped us, but we did dominate the game after that. Scottish Cup 4th round was against Glenafton. Like I say, they are a non-league side, west of Scotland Premier Division. We dispatched them quite comfortably 5-0. And then most recently have taken on Aberdeen in the league. They'd had a player sent off again early on. No, they didn't. I beg your pardon. No, they didn't. But we comfortably dispatched them 5-1 anyway. We scored all 6 goals as well because Ballantyne cancelled his own goal out with an own goal, really. But Ballantyne got 1. Diaz got 3 and Manuel Malin got another one off the bench. Diaz picking up the man of the match one in that one. So that does leave us 4 points clear at the top, which is very, very good. We've got the 2 highest scorers in the league as well. Rangers, like I say, are miles off the pace. They're 18 points behind us at the top. We've been helped out massively, though, by the fact that Celtic had a sketchy period here. A draw, a defeat, a draw, a defeat. But since then, of course, they've been on a winning streak of their own. So we're sort of matching each other, as it were. They're still in Europa League football as well. They've made it to the knockout round of that, which is good for us. Tire their players out. Of course, we're tired as well with Europe. But this little spell here, the end of October into November and the beginning of December, is what's allowed us to maintain that 4 point at the top. Today's game, though, is against Celtic at Celtic Park. So a win for Celtic would see them close the gap to us to just the 1 point. And this is the lineup that we are going to go with for today. It is going to be Duncan in goal. Of course, the new keeper, Gabriel Santos, still injured. Brindley comes in as the right back for today. Lack of options, really. We've got Brayson's injured, Santos injured, Robertson, who I've promoted from the youth team, is injured. And it's more about rotation. We are getting very tired as the season's going on. It's going to be Ballantyne, Shaw and Medina as the other 3 in defence. Medina has played every game for us this season. He's done very, very well, has the young Colombian. Midfield 3 is going to be Silgado. Like I say, he has strung a couple of games together. If we have a look at his injury history for this season, you can see he's broke his foot. He's then pulled his ankle ligaments and then twisted his ankle. And he's been out for quite some time. I get the twisted ankle one because I've currently got a twisted ankle as well from playing football. And it's very, very sore. So I do get that one. Abbas, Mr. Versatile, moves into defensive midfielders for us today. He can play as a segundo volante as well. He's very good at it. But he's popped up all over for us this season. And then Kieran Lammy, who again has had a good season. Could maybe add a few more goals and assists to his game, but other than that, he's played quite well. He's now a natural as that defensive midfielder. Babatunde, the top scorer, he's got 17 and 27 in all competitions. He's had a great season. Continues on the left-hand side. He's still improving as well, which is massive for us at 24-year-old. Uche, who is patchy, very, very patchy, and that's reflected in his consistency here. He's sort of picked up. He's just below a 7 now. He's played well in Europe, though, which has obviously helped his overall average rating. But 8 goals, 10 assists in 34 games is not too bad. I just like him to be a little bit more consistent. And then up top, it is going to be Diaz, who is absolutely fantastic. The 26-year-old Colombian, again, improving. 13 goals in 16 games for the club. And I have now managed to get him registered for Europe as well for the later competitions. I just wanted to touch base on Malin as well. He is currently wanted by St Johnstone on loan. He's not going there. He's now 17 years old. If we have a look at his progress, his attributes for all time, you can see just how much he is improving as a footballer. Still at 17 years old, his heading's gone up by 3, his strength's gone up by 3, pace and stamina up by 2, agility, acceleration. So he is very, very good, and he's got 11 in 12 in all competitions for us this season. So, like you say, still improving. Is still shown as a championship level player, but he is getting the goals for us when he does play in the league. So as we get the game underway at Celtic Park, this could be massive in the hunt for the title. This could be either a 7-point lead or a 1-point lead, depending on if either of us win. Of course, a draw would keep things as they are. But it's Esteban straight away for Celtic. Duncan's forced into the save in the 13th minute, and now Celtic are going to get the corner. Hopefully they don't capitalise from it. Mendy to take the corner for Celtic. It's a deep one towards that back post. Nazavreno keeps it in, and Abbas does clear it only as far as Schruers. Hopefully that's the end of the highlight, and Celtic aren't going to recycle the ball. But Diaz has done well to hold the play up just a little bit. Uche didn't need to head that, but thankfully that is the end of the highlight. Well, we've made it to half time. That was the only highlight of the first half, and you can see it's the first half in which we are backs to the walls here. Guys, Celtic are absolutely battering us. XG wise though, they've not really created too many clear-cut chances, as you can see here, by 0 clear-cut chances. We've done nothing going forward though, which is a little bit of concern. Would I be happy with a draw against Celtic at Celtic Park? Yes, I probably would. First highlight of the second half though is Uche with the corner. It's towards Ballantyne. I don't know what's quite happened there. So we've somehow forced the keeper into a save. I think it's gone behind for a corner, but Uche to deliver again. He's going to look for Ballantyne at that near post. Can't get there. It's headed clear, and Mendy's going to help it further on for Celtic, but he loses out. Poor touch. Lamy finds Medina. Now Shaw back to Uche. Uche's had the shot, and it's saved by the goalkeeper, and it's gone behind for yet another corner for Motherwell. Much better start to the second half here for Motherwell. Babatunde comes across to take the corner. Again, goes to that near post for Ballantyne. It's headed clear again. And unfortunately for us, that is the end of the highlight. A little bit of spell of pressure there from Motherwell at the start of the second half, which is much better. And again, we've got a corner. Uche towards Shaw. Cal Shaw's put the ball into the back of the net with his 4th goal of the season. It hit the inside of the near post and travelled across the line. I didn't know if it was going to go in or not. Thankfully, from our point of view, it has gone in. It's a great header. It bounces across the line, off the inside of the opposite post, and then bounces over the line. Celtic have a highlight straight away, though, from the kickoff. They're probably going to score. It's Jarvis on the right-hand side. Comes back to Dreesen. Dreesen with a poor ball forward, though, and it's Shaw and Duncan between them. Nearly getting each other's way. Nearly a little bit of a calamity in the defence there for Motherwell. But we do find the ball out to the left-hand side, and the Colombian in Medina, who comes back to Shaw. Shaw looking for Lamy. Lamy with a clipped ball over the top, looking for Babatunde. It's a little bit overhit though, but Deason does get the ball back to his goalkeeper, who's forced into clearance. Jarvis is tackled well by Medina. Now Babatunde, the top scorer, has the effort. Can't keep it down though, and it's gone over the bar. Just over 20 minutes remaining. We've done well again to win the ball. It is Brindley on the right-hand side, putting pressure on Celtic. This cross is deflected. Diaz goes for it, but Mendy clears it. Only as far as a Bass, though. Now Uche and Brindley again on the right-hand side, looking for Uche down the line. Gets there with a mistake from the defender, and Harold Diaz gets his 14th of the season to give us the 2-0 lead away to Celtic at Celtic Park. And this is us moving 7 points clear at the top of the table over Celtic. The two Glasgow teams have been absolutely dominant in this save. No team has won the top flight division in Scotland for over 100 years other than Celtic and Rangers, mostly Celtic. Jarvis looking to get them back into it though, and they have got a goal back through Knight Dempsey. VAR check though, did Jarvis stray offside from that initial ball forward? Hopefully not, because Celtic, when they beat us 5-2 earlier on in the season, they scored about 4 goals in the space of 4 minutes, and thankfully it has been disallowed. We've not let them back in. Toby Knight Dempsey denied his 6th goal of the season there by the offside flag. He looks on to me. He looks on to me. We need a different camera angle. Not that I'm complaining, because it's against the team who we're trying to beat in the league, and we're into the final 10 minutes now, and it could still turn on its head with Celtic. Alonso with a deep crossfield ball towards Anderson Luiz into Knight Dempsey, who this time is denied by Duncan in goal. Hopefully this is the last highlight of the game. It's a Duncan going long, looking for Uche. Sergio wins the header though. Brindley beats the Celtic attacker to the ball, and Abbas calmly plays it back to Duncan, who rolls it out to Shaw. Shaw looking for Brindley on the right-hand side into Abbas. Now Lamy forward towards Diaz. It's cut out by the defender though, and going back to the Celtic goalkeeper. Please win the header. Alonso brings it down for Celtic. Now Price driving forward. Knight Dempsey He's denied again. I think Matthias Alonso has put the ball over the line, though. It's his 14th goal of the season. I think Knight Dempsey hit the inside of the post, and Alonso was quickest to react. And that, hopefully, is not the way back into the game for Celtic. Knight Dempsey does well to get his effort away. It does hit the post. And Alonso is the first one to react. So 2-1 now. And no, that's a no. Knight Dempsey with a free kick. It's a great... No, it's not a save. It's hit the outside the post and gone wide. Please blow the whistle. Get in. What a win that is. Away to Celtic at Celtic Park. And that moves us, like I said, 7 points clear at the top. And that is absolutely monumental in this hunt to complete Scotland and get out of Scotland. Get to Austria. 7 points clear at the top. We've got 4 goals better off now as well. We're having a fantastic second half to the season. So just confirmation then, guys. Like I say, 7 points clear at the top. Fantastic away win at Celtic Park. Rangers did pick up the away win against Partick Thistle as well. Maybe they're going to mount a little bit of a late challenge for what is now, you have to imagine, second place. They're not going to close 18 points down, are they? They're probably going to struggle to close the 11 points down to Celtic as well. We do have one more game in this episode though, guys. It is against Greenock Morton, who currently find themselves just outside the playoff spot in 10th position. It's in a couple of days' time, so I'll come back again and we'll go through that game. Right, guys, welcome back to the second game today at home at Fir Park against Greenock Morton. We've made 2 changes to the starting lineup. We bring, now back from injury, Gabriel Santos back in a goal. We also bring Peshinov in the centre of midfield, in that defensive midfield role, hopefully to get him a bit more familiar with it. And we've also got some tired players. It's only been a couple of days since the great win over Celtic. So obviously some rotation is going to have to happen in this game. Obviously substitutes as well. It's something which I very rarely do is make substitutions. I just sort of let it play out as it is. So that's the lineup today. Like I say, just the 2 changes: Santos and Peshinov coming in for Duncan and Kieran Lammy. We get our first highlight in the 7th minute. It's Babatunde with the corner. It's a good header away though. Only back as far as Babatunde, who has his effort. It's gone over the bar though. It's absolutely pouring it down here in Motherwell. I'm not quite sure where Motherwell is in Scotland. It's something I probably should have looked up, really. But Fir Park, it's absolutely pouring down. And we've started off much, much better here. Celtic aren't playing either, so we could actually be 10 points clear by the end of today's episode. Brindley with the ball on the right-hand side from the throw-in from Shaw. Comes back, finds a Ballantyne. Back to Shaw. Ballantyne again. Can we deliver the ball into the box? Look how high up the pitch we are. Silgado delivers it over towards Babatunde. Nods it down for Uche, who possibly offside. Which one was it claiming it was offside? We're going to get the VAR check and we'll find out exactly who. But it's a great knockdown from Babatunde into the path of Uche. It has indeed been disallowed. Uche was the one who was offside. Unfortunately, can't have been by much. Okay, it was by a lot. And that's disappointing. We do get the highlight straight away from the defensive free kick for Morton, though. He's gone long. Shaw wins the header, finds Babatunde. Back to his new teammate, Gabriel Santos. Feeds it out to Ballantyne. Now Abbas, still in that midfield role, finds Uche. Ball forward towards Harold Diaz, who's in behind the defence. Can he score? He can. Harold Diaz gets his 15th of the season. Great ball forward from Uche. And Harold Diaz has been a great signing for us. 15 goals so far in his debut season, alongside Babatunde as well, who's got loads of goals for us. We've really transformed this Motherwell team. Yes, there's not too many Scottish players left in it, but I'm not really bothered. I'm just here to win the league. I could have 11 Colombians on the pitch for all I care. Like I say, I'm just here to win the league and move on to my next nation. Ballantyne wins that header, finds Shaw. Now Peshinov, Silgado to Ballantyne. One of the Scots left in the squad. Brings the ball forward to Uche. Out wide to Brindley, who I think is another one of the Scots. Can he deliver the ball into the box? No, it's forced backwards instead. He's lost out to Johnson, though. He's going to do really well to get back to him, and he does indeed. And the ball ends up at the feet of Abbas. Now Ballantyne to Abbas again. Ball over the top, looking for Diaz. Headed clear by the defender. Only as far as Uche. Babatunde with a nice little turn, and he fires it into the net for his 18th of the season. And we scored 2 in quick succession there to put Morton to the sword, really. And as things stand, we are going 10 points clear at the top, guys. 10 points clear of Celtic at the top. This is a great little touch past the defender by Babatunde there. It's a great finish. And that's the way it stays till half-time, guys. We are massively on top in this game. It'd be nice to get a few more goals, though, just to make sure, because, you know, football manager things. We're going to look to make some changes as well about midway through the second half. Try and get some fresh legs on, really. We are looking very, very tired. So into the second half, we do have a highlight straight away, and is Morton with the kickoff. The ball's out here on the left-hand side with Dixon. Finds Johnson. He's well tackled by Brindley, though, who looks to bring the ball forward now. He's forced backwards inside to Roddy Ballantyne, to Silgado. Peshinov, ball over the top looking for Diaz. It's a poor one forward, though, and it's a comfortable header back to his goalkeeper there by the defender. The goalkeeper, Curry, goes long. Shaw's underneath it, though. Poor header, only as far as Johnson. Now McNally for Morton, bring the ball forward, finds Martin. Martin skips past his man, ball into the box towards Jimmy Robertson, who gets his 9th goal of the season. And we've not come out really yet for the second half. Morton have scored within a minute of the kickoff, and we've not really got anybody but ourselves to blame here. It was quite poor defending, really, from a Motherwell point of view. So coming up to the hour mark, we have made a triple change. We bring Mallon, McClung and Lammy on for the 3 tiredest players I had on the pitch, really. But Uche with this corner, it's cleared by Robertson, backing by Medina. Now Brindley with the ball, back to Medina, to Uche on the right hand side. It's a good tackle by Clend. Uche gets the ball into the box, though, towards Peshinov at the back post. He's headed across for Jose Manuel Mallon with his 12th of the season, and we restore our 2-goal lead, which is absolutely fantastic. And the substitutions prove their worth, with Mallon getting on the score sheet there. This is a great tackle there by Clend, but Uche does well to get the ball back, and he gets the ball across. Great header back across by Peshinov, who Mallon, just a simple tap-in for him. Still, Morton can pose a threat to us, and they're trying to do it again with Dixon on this left-hand side. Founds Branley. Dixon again to Johnson. Dixon. Nobody gone out to him. It's good ball forward towards Weir, and Scott Weir has he's pulled it back to 1 again for Morton. Again, some more poor defending. Too much space here for Morton to run into. We just didn't really follow the runners here at all. It was Dixon, I think. Look, we've got nobody within 10 yards of him, and it's an easy pass forward to Weir, who again has got nobody with him. And Morton have reduced our lead to the 1 goal again with 15 minutes remaining. Don't do it, football manager. Don't do it. Cleland with a deep free kick for Morton. It goes long, and McNally's got in behind us. McNally bearing down on goal. Santos makes the save, but how on earth has McNally got into that position from a simple ball forward there from the defender? And we're a little bit lucky to get away with that one. We'll be a little bit lucky to get away with the point, with all 3 points here, if we do, because Morton are still coming. It's McNally again. Deep free kick, headed clear by Ballantyne, but he's going to get a second opportunity as McNally finds Johnson. Now Thompson back into Martin. Gets the ball across. Thank God that was offside. Curry with the goal kick for Morton. Easy for Brindley. Now Ballantyne feeding it forward towards Mallon. Can't get there. Headed clear. Smith. Johnston. McNally. He's fouled by Lammy. He is fouled by Lammy. Come on, ref. We've had all of the injury time now. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. I want to be 10 points clear of Celtic. It's McNally's in behind us again with another ball clipped over the top. I don't know what's happening. And we've somehow got away with it and picked up the win. Lukman Uche picking up the man of the match. We were the better team there, but we were just so poor defensively, letting Morton in behind us. So guys, with 2/3 of the season done, we've got 10 games remaining. We find ourselves 10 points clear at the top of the table from Celtic. They do have a game in hand over us, though. Hopefully they drop points, but as things stand, we are on course to be taking Scotland off the list and moving on to Austria. We're having a great season, really. We are having a great season, and I hope you can be here at the end, whenever that may be. If we wrap the title up, we could fall off massively in the next 10 games. Hopefully not, and I can't imagine it happening, but we'll be back to see us lift the Scottish Premiership, if indeed that is what we do. Other than that, we'll be back at the last 2 games of the season. But thank you for watching, guys. As always, please do remember to hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help me out massively, like I always say. And I appreciate you all being here, and I'll see you all next time. So cheers, guys. See you later.